Hello, love. I tell you what, I'm very confused. Over the past couple of days, in the number of different supermarkets in and around town, messages online, on Twitter and across social media have been talking about this weekend's celebration of love, as they call it, because it is Valentine's Day. And all of the supermarkets are trying to convince us that love is flowers, or love is teddy bears, or love is hearts. So everybody goes around, I, you, and all this business in cards, in chocolates. At one of the shops, I managed to pick up 2 of these. So apparently love is a chocolate heart. Or if you want to express your love even further, love is a box of chocolates. But wait a minute, at another shop, love is 3 walnut whips. Can you imagine being the recipient of something where somebody says to you, well, I love you. How much do you love me? I love you 3 walnut whips. What about, look at that for a biscuit. Wow, at one of the shops, this was a biscuit. This is a biscuit. This was something that was on sale at one of the shops. As you can see, I've been quite busy over the last couple of days, and I've had some really strange luck when I've got to the checkout, particularly when I've picked up 3 or 4 Valentine's cards. People are kind of looking at me and thinking, are you sure? And I'm thinking, well, I'm trying to say or express my love. Oh, do you remember some of these? Packets of love hearts. Years ago when I was at school, these used to be something you'd buy and you'd flick through them and it'd say something like, call me or say hello or all those types of things. These days they just say, I'll see you on Zoom, or text me, or send a tweet out to me. And all the time people are seeking to express their love, and society thinks this is the way to do it. And you will have a number of different people over the next couple of days and over the weekend and perhaps into the week that lays ahead who will be expressing their love for one another, and they'll do it with bottles of champagne. They'll do it through cards and letters, through chocolates and flowers and all manner of different things. What about if love was expressed as a grandparent to a grandchild? What about if love was expressed in a way where somebody just kind of looked you right in the eye and said, I love you? And the reality is that has an effect on the way you feel and has an effect upon your life. I'm not sure how long it's been since somebody looked you in the eye and said they love you. It might have been a long time. It might have been 10 minutes ago. And yet society has deemed that on one particular day of the year, on Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, they have decided that that is the day when you have a legitimate excuse to tell somebody that you love them. I think love is much deeper than that. Love is a call where you are perhaps giving something of yourself away for somebody else. There's an element of sacrifice to it. There's an element to it which you cannot buy with any manner of gifts or chocolates or teddy bears or flowers. The Beatles famously sang, money can't buy you love. And there's an element to which it can't. So how do we express that love? Have a think for a moment and name 3 things that perhaps you would say that you love. You think to yourself, well, wait a minute. I love chocolate. Yes, I love chocolate. I love walking in the rain with my shoes off. All right, I'm a bit weird. I love going out on a beautiful sunny day. I love flying a kite in a windy day. We talk about the expression of love, and we talk about love so trivially these days. But I want to suggest to you there's something deeper going on. There's a deeper element to love than simply using those three little words, I love you. It's deeper than that. Whenever I conduct a wedding at my church or at some other venue, generally I'm thinking about the two people who are coming to get married, two partners who've decided that they will get married, and then I use a reading from the Bible. And Paul, one of the New Testament writers, in one of the chapters is writing to a church, and the church is at Corinth, a particular place, and he writes to the church and he tells the church about what he calls the most excellent way, and he talks about love. And these are some of the things that he says about love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud. Love does not keep a record of wrongdoing. It is not irritable. It is not boastful. It keeps everything in perspective. It does not rejoice in injustice, but rejoices in the truth. Love, he says, never gives up, never loses faith. It is always hopeful and will endure through every circumstance. And he goes on to say at the end of that particular verse and chapter, three things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. And that was Paul's letter to a church at Corinth in a book called Corinthians chapter 13. And all of those ways in which he interprets love to be are consistent with a deep-seated love that grows within him, and a love that he has discovered in the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, I don't know about you. I did ask you earlier, when was the last time that somebody said to you that they loved you, or in turn that you expressed your love for them? It's much, much deeper. Can I suggest to you that it's deeper than flowers, deeper than cards, deeper than teddy bears, deeper than hearts? Even if we express that heart outward, whatever it is, it's much, much deeper and involves sacrifice and involves the giving of ourselves. In another particular verse in the Bible, in the Gospel of John, John writes, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." I hope that the way we express our love over the rest of today and perhaps into the coming days will be deeper than your chocolate, than your walnut whips, will be deeper than your card. It'll be an expression of ourselves towards other people. We are giving, we are receiving. The love that comes to us from God, freely available, but the love that we are called and required to share with somebody else. Go and tell somebody you love them today. Thank you very much.